Think of labor like ocean waves. You can't stop the waves, right? But you can learn to ride them. See, when you fight labor, you're gonna feel a lot of fear. But when you actually work with labor, you build momentum. And it's like getting on top of a wave and riding it. Some of you are probably feeling like labor could be this terrifying, painful experience that you just have to survive. But I've got good news. You don't have to fight with labor. In fact, your body's already on your side to do the hard work of labor. And with a few shifts, we can actually make labor an efficient, effective process that you feel lots of joy while you're dealing with it. Let's get into it. Hey friends, my name is Jackie. I'm a physician assistant, a mom of 4, and a childbirth educator. I have been teaching certified Bradley education for the last decade with my husband, and we have created amazing online childbirth education through our birth room. We have taught students how to work with their bodies, especially when it's your first time, how to make the labor process more efficient, more effective, and how to have moments of joy in the process. I want to really break down things that we can start doing to just start to think about labor and be able to work with your body. The first tip is that you want to stay present during the labor process, not panicked. And here's why. When we are panicked, we tend to start to breathe fast, freak out, and then it's very difficult to relax. When you are in labor, the best thing that is on your side is really melting into the contractions and relaxing as much as you possibly can. So if you are in a state of hyperventilation because you're breathing rapidly, because you are terrified, you're afraid, you're panicked, that is going to be counterproductive for getting through the labor process. Your contractions will feel stronger, they're going to feel more painful, and they're going to last longer. So it really works on your side when you can really calm down your sympathetic nervous system. That's the part of our body that ramps up when we feel panic. If you can slow it down with breathing, that is going to help you to work with labor and not fight against it. So how do we do this? A simple way to use your breath to be able to center you and really help you melt into the contraction is to breathe in your belly. So a lot of times when we're panicked, we tend to breathe in our chest, and that's when we start to hyperventilate, right? So if you can focus all your breath to be in your belly, so when you inhale, you should feel your belly expand and move away from your body. And then when you exhale, your belly goes back in. So you're going to feel your belly button going back towards your spine. And that is a great way because baby is right in that location. You're imagining breathing all of that great oxygen to your baby. This will help you to not panic and to really be present during your labor contractions. So we really want you to be breathing at a slow, steady pace. That's going to be the best thing to get your body to really, like I said, melt into the contraction so that the contraction will be able to go through your body, just like those ocean waves we talked about. And the reason why I use ocean waves, not just because we're in San Diego, but also because ocean waves, they're powerful and they come in peaks and they come in sets, just like contractions. So you're going to notice that you'll have a pattern to your contractions. They're going to come every set of minutes. And you'll notice as well in the contraction, it will really rise to a peak and then it will drop off just like a wave. And so when you're thinking about how you are in the ocean, if you see a wave approaching you, you want to be able to work with that wave, right? You don't want to have the wave just crash on top of you and then you tumble underneath. You can't get your footing. So the same thing is with labor. As the contraction starts to build, that is when you are trying your best to use your breath to be able to relax your body. And that's going to help you to get on the wave so that you can just ride it to the end. So the first thing is definitely stay present with your breath. Don't let your breath go. Make sure that you are not panicking when that contraction starts. You want to really embrace it, lean into it, and use your breath to be able to get through it. For those of you that have done this practice, maybe you've already had a baby or you've worked with me personally, you know that we really focus in on the breath and relaxation, because if you do this well, you'll actually have the appearance of sleeping during your contractions. It's really remarkable. Moms who are trained to be able to use their breath in this way, you can't really tell that they're dealing with an intense contraction. I've seen moms, even in my own labors, where I was in transition and I was still able to have such a calm demeanor because I was so deeply in tune with my body. So it's really important. This is one of those things that I can't stress enough. It's important for you to work on this. And this is why in our course, we really practice constantly to be able to get you used to this, because we want it to feel like second nature when you're in the labor process. So the second way that you can really work with labor and not fight against this process is to move your body. Move your body, okay? So especially in the early part of labor, because that can be a varied time frame. For some, it might be quick. Others, I would say the majority of first-time moms, it can be a longer period. So from rocking to swaying to dancing to squatting, all of these things are helpful so that baby can find the best position. And it's really good for you too, because studies show that even walking in early labor can actually make labor go faster. So this is the part of labor where you really are able to get through contractions easily. You can talk through them. You can do tasks. This is the time when a lot of moms are nesting, right? They're getting all those last minute projects, maybe fixing up the nursery, getting all the clothes together. So this is a time where movement is everything. You don't want to just be stuck in the bed unless you want to be in bed. If you want to rest and you feel like that's what your body needs, that's awesome. But if you don't know what to do, move. It's really helpful, and baby will be happy about it too. Now, when you get into the really difficult parts of labor, of course, you're conserving energy, totally different phase of labor. And those are details and nuances that we get into in our course, because you do want to have moments where you conserve your energy and make sure that you're not fighting against labor. But in the early phase, it's great to be able to just get your body going, get the labor started, contractions, really getting into a good pattern. The third way that you can work with labor and not fight against labor process is for you and your partner to really become a team. And this is something that we really harp on in our Birth Room Academy. We train all partners to really be doulas for their mom, because it's important for you to have someone to support you physically, emotionally, and also to be your advocate. And we train in all areas. You want to have someone who is your person, whether it is your partner, your loved one, your hired doula, your best friend, a family member, anybody who is going to be there for you, even after baby is born. This is the person who can learn to respond to your cues to be able to help you get through labor more efficiently. They'll be able to advocate for you, your birth plan. They'll understand your preferences. They'll also be able to be an anchor for you. So anytime you kind of feel off in the labor process, or you might be panicking or something else, they're going to be able to step in and really help protect you and keep you safe, even mentally. So this is a really important role. I honestly would offer that it's just as important as what you as mom are going to be doing, because this person has the task of really being the person to step in and support the labor process. And so we really focus in on this, and I recommend it to everybody. Make sure that you have education, but also that your partner or whoever is going to be that support person for you also has education. It is vital to keep you safe and to make sure that you get the best experience possible, because this is a transformative time. This is one of those moments in your life that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. So you want to make it as full of joy and as peaceful as possible. And so having an ally, having an advocate, having a partner, it makes all the difference. Studies show that when moms feel safe in labor, their labor is smoother, less painful, and it goes faster. So these things, they all confirm that you need to make sure that your partner is a part of the team. I remember all the times I was in labor with my 4 kids. Stephen really was an anchor. Like I said before, he was the person that I knew I could depend on. And it really felt like he was reflecting like a mirror to me, because when he was feeling strong and confident about the labor process, as he was helping me, I felt stronger and I felt more confident because, of course, you're vulnerable in labor and sometimes your thoughts can wander and you may worry or you may second guess a decision or you may not be sure what to do, right? But when you have somebody who has been there through the process, really understanding what labor is like and understanding what it is that you're wanting out of your experience, they can help ground you and bring you back to where you need to be. So I know for sure if you have a partner that is really invested in taking responsibility for you and your baby, it's going to help you have better birth outcomes, 100%. All right, so just to recap, 3 ways that you can work with the labor process and not fight against it. Number 1 is to make sure that you're present, not panicked. Number 2 is to move your body. And number 3 is to make sure that you and your partner are a team. And so, of course, this isn't an exhaustive list, but these are just 3 areas that if you start with those small things, you're on the right track to being able to have a better birth. And I would encourage you to check out our Birth Room Academy, because in the program, we go through so many different tools that you'll be able to utilize to have the birth that you want, the birth that you have desired, that you've thought about, that you would love to have. If it's a natural birth, it can be done. If it's a birth at home, it could be done. If it's a natural birth in the hospital, it can be done. So you just need to have the right tools. Of course, there are going to be fears. That's totally normal. You don't have to be fearless to do this, but you do need the right tools, the right support, and you need the right guide who's already done it. And so I encourage you guys, if you're serious about really figuring out how to have the best birth possible, a safe birth, one that is full of joy, check out our Birth Room Academy. You can click the link in the description to learn more. Thank you for watching. And if this resonated with you, drop an emoji. Let's do a baby emoji in the comments so I know that you're here. I'm cheering you on, and I really hope that you can get as much education as possible so you can have the best birth. See you in the next video.